What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to talk about Caris Levert because he is a guy that's going to be eligible for a rookie extension, and he hasn't got the offer just yet, but he's a guy that a lot of people love and a lot of people don't really know about. But the people that really love basketball knows that he's playing in the home city. He has shown potential that he can be a guy that can be a playmaker, a scorer off the dribble, a guy that can literally take over games in the future. He still is very, very young, and he still is developing, and he still has been going through injury problems. He had injury problems in college, and he had a couple injury seasons, even last year, where it required him to miss a lot of time. And that was unfortunate because he was hot in the beginning of the year, showing that he can potentially be the guy. He can be a future superstar or at least an all-star or at least a star in this league. And that was with D'Angelo Russell doing his thing. That was with Spencer Dinwiddie going down, and he just couldn't keep going consistently. And then, like, people remember when he was in the playoffs, Caris Levert had a very good playoff run. And I think it was a little underrated because nobody's really talking about it. But this is a guy that gave you 28 minutes a game against Philly and gave you 48% from the field. He gave you 51% from three. He gave you 23, 13, 26, and 25 and 18 points for an average of 21 points a game. And that's what the toughest competition. Philly was one of the best teams in the entire NBA all season, and they're going to be that this year too. But this is a guy that gave you 21 on 50, 40, and 80. And he still was able to give you 4.8 assists and, well, 3 assists and one steal a game while averaging 21 points. So this is a guy that has shown in the regular season and shown when you needed him the most to show up in the playoffs that he can be a very special player. And I think that playing with guys like KD in the future and Kyrie just going to make his job a lot easier. Not only do we have a whole off season to get more healthier, to put more work in, to work on more of his game, his floater game, his pull-up game, his driving game, and just, get his body some rest after being banged up this season. The biggest question for me is not his talent. It's not what he can't do and what he can do. It's just about staying healthy. He keep having freakish injuries that has really robbed him a lot of his potential because he has to continue to recover. He has to continue to, fix his body back up, get the surgery, and miss so much playing time that he's not being able to develop and he's not being able to go out there and show what he can continue to do because he's been too busy nursing a lot of injuries. And I think that's the part that's unfortunate is because you see the potential, you see how great he can be, you see how special that he is, and he just can't stay on the court no matter what level of play that he's on. But the one thing I do love about him, he hasn't gave up, he hasn't quit, he hasn't took it and just settled. He has always come back strong and has always fought, and he has always showed that this is his destiny. His destiny is to be one of the best players in the world. And then he made it to the NBA. Now he's in a situation where a team believed in him. They drafted him, and they felt like he can be something special. They felt like he was the guy that they needed in that position. And he has shown that he can be that guy even in the playoffs, which is the most important thing. But I think Kyrie and Kevin Durant, their attention and their ability to make guys better, their ability to make people's jobs easier just because they draw and garner so much attention. And I think that's very important because Caris Levert is a guy that can, use some more off the ball work. I feel like he is at best when he's on the ball. And I think having Kyrie and KD can help him get easier shots, some backdoor cuts, getting out in transition, allowing him to get easier 3-point attempts so he doesn't have to do it off the dribble. And I think that's another hole in this game that he has to work on, is just being a better, steady, consistent 3-point shooter, especially from the spot up. And I think that he has shown signs that he can do that. He has shown signs that he can be special even in the corner or even at the top of the key, which is important because you want to be able to knock threes no matter where it's at. I know people always emphasize how efficient the corner three is, but I think you want to be able to knock down the three from any place on the court. So I think Caris Levert has shown that even in the playoffs he can get that done too. So I'm liking what Caris Levert is. The question in the title is something that I want to ask the viewers that watch the video, that really want to see how people feel about Caris Levert. Is he $100 million guy? Can this guy be the perfect fit alongside Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Will he be used as an asset to get somebody else like a Bradley Beal that's already under contract and honestly has already outbeat his talent? He was a guy that came in as a shooter and really developed into an all-around offensive player, and I see that in Caris Levert. Do they want to rush it and get a guy that's proven now, or do they want to stay with Caris Levert as he's on a cheaper contract? Even if he does become a free agent, he'll be restrictive at first, and they can always offer him or match any offer, and that gives them flexibility because they don't have to worry about paying him right away. And if somebody do want to pay him, they can get him for 4 years, or they can always have more time to talk to Caris Levert to get a deal that's fair for both teams. I think you don't want to overpay right now because of the injury scares and the injury concerns, but you also don't want to lose a talent that has potential to be a potential all-star in this league, and you don't want to lose that for nothing. You don't want to just trade that away for a first-round pick because Caris Levert has shown that he can do damage on the NBA level. So I'm not just going to let him go for 2 first rounds, knowing that Caris Levert is one of the special young players in the NBA when he's healthy. So I think when you look at this team, you have the Jared Allens, you have the Caris Leverts, you have the Spencer Dinwiddies that can really be perfect role players, and Joe Harris, for example, that can be the perfect role players for Kevin Durant and Kyrie to come in and do something special with. I wasn't the biggest fan of Kevin Durant and Kyrie being a tandem. I'm not the biggest fan still because Kyrie and Caris Levert and Dinwiddie have injury concerns, and Kevin Durant is coming off a major injury. So I feel like they committed a lot to this team with so much uncertainty. It's like the odds of this working as a title favorite is just so low to me. Um, that's the only reason why I didn't like it. Because I'm like, Kevin Durant, you at the point where only thing you need is more titles. Kevin Durant is already one of the greatest players ever. All he needs to do is enhance his legacy by winning more and more titles. I'm not saying he can't and won't win one in Brooklyn, because they do have the shooters, they do have the ball handlers, they do have the scorers, and they do have another all-star player that can create his own shot and take over games in Kyrie. And then obviously Kevin Durant is the superstar player that can get you to a title. He made it to the finals before. He made it to multiple Western Conference finals. But at the same time, with the players that have so much injury concern and the fit is a little weird. But other than that, this Brooklyn team is going to be primed for something special. They're going to have a chance to win multiple championships if they can get to the finals. And we just got to see how healthy Kevin Durant comes back. But I think this is a season to fill out Caris Levert, seeing what he can do after that playoff run, seeing what he can be without Kevin Durant, and trying to get the best out of him. Because with them losing D'Angelo Russell and they getting Kyrie, Kyrie is going to need somebody that can create their own shot and really balance out the offense for him. And without Kevin Durant, and Joe Harris is not a shot creator, he's a knockdown shooter. Spencer Dinwiddie can do it, but he's coming off the bench. He's not going to be a starter. Somebody's going to have to come in here and really help Kyrie out offensively. And the person that comes to mind, in my personal opinion, will be Caris Levert, because he has shown that he can do it and he has the size to play that 2 position. And he has shown that he can really break down the defense, get to the basket, hit pull-up jumpers, has a floater game, has a transition game, has a 3-point shot that he can create. And I think that's what Kyrie needs. He showed that he can play with the Jason Tatums and the Jaylen Brown. Did it work perfectly? No, but at the same time, 2 years ago, they won over 50 games. So it showed you that Kyrie can play. He played with LeBron. And LeBron is one of the most ball-heavy guys. He loves having the ball in his hand. He loved making the plays. And Kyrie was able to win a title with him. And if you ever even think about that playoff series that they won, Kyrie played some of the best basketball of his career, while LeBron was playing some of the best basketball of his career when they won that title. So Kyrie showed that he can play on and off the ball and still be efficient, still be effective, and still be a weapon. And I think that he just going to need that person that can really help him carry and balance out that offense. And I think Caris Levert is going to be that guy. And I think Brooklyn, that's why they drafted him. They feel like he can be that guy. And this can be a very, very good year. They have the talent. They have everything they need offensively. And now they just need that other guy that can really help push them over to a more competitive team. And the guy with the most upside to do that outside of Spencer Dinwiddie is my guy, Caris Levert. So at the end of the day, I want to see if him and Kyrie can literally stay healthy for at least 70 games. And if that's the case, the Brooklyn Nets going to be one of the toughest teams to cover. They're going to be one of the most funnest teams to watch with their young talent and the snipers that they have and the guys that can really break down the defense. They're going to be hard to guard and hard to contain. But at the same time, when you have some of the best teams, Kyrie and KD could have went to any team because any team would have made cap space room for any of them. But they went to a team with great role players. And I think that's very important because everybody knows the others are what help you win series. They help you balance out other teams that's better than you, or they help you become better than another team. We seen that with Kawhi Leonard, he needed players to help him out to win. He wasn't just a one-man band, especially in the finals. He needed other guys to step up, take shots, and knock down shots. And Brooklyn has those guys prior to Kevin Durant and Kyrie. And now with the superstars, with those role players, that should be able to help them become a legitimate contender in the NBA if they can, like I said, stay healthy. That's going to be the most important thing because they have the bigs, they have the guards, they have the forwards when Kevin Durant comes back. So there's no reason why they can't really be the best team in the East or championship favorites in the East when Kevin Durant comes back. And hopefully, when he does come back, he can be healthy. I don't think he's going to be the same Kevin Durant, but at the same time, he's going to make their job even easier because they're going to feed off him and get the shots that they need. The only problem is you're paying DeAndre Jordan $10 million. You're paying Kevin Durant over $140 million. You're paying Kyrie over $140 million. That means you're not going to be able to keep Jarrett Allen and Caris Levert because unless they take a significant pay cut or don't want to go outside of Brooklyn, so they're going to take a pay cut to stay in Brooklyn, or they're going to take a little bit less to stay in Brooklyn. It's going to be very, very hard to keep this team together financially when you're already offering Kevin Durant and Kyrie over about 60% to 70% of the cap, which means you only got enough money to cap out one more player before they gave the money to Spencer Dinwiddie. So they going to be in a situation where somebody going to have to go. Enjoy the team now. Enjoy the team while everybody's on their rookie contracts or on affordable contracts. But with the money that DeAndre, KD, and Kyrie is making, they only got enough money to pay one more person. Will it be Jarrett Allen? Will it be Caris Levert? We don't know. But one of them going to have to go unless they trade them. And hopefully they have that decision made up by the end of this season because that's when it's going to matter the most. Now we just got to see how this going to play out, see who's going to step up, see who's going to get the best role, see who's going to make the best out of their role, and see who really wants it because they ain't going to have Kevin Durant, so they're going to have minutes and time to give it to somebody else, and they just going to have to step up. And I think Caris LeVert, this is the opportunity he's been waiting for, and it just so happens to come in the contract year. So I just want to see how he's going to approach this season. I want to see if he can stay healthy, and I want to see how he goes out there and take the opportunity of no KD to play with Kyrie and possibly be one of the best backcourts in the NBA if he can do what he did in the playoffs and expand on it and just go in there even more confident this year. And if he does that, there's no reason why Caris can't be one of the best two guards in the NBA. It's a weak position right now, but I think he can make it a lot more stronger, putting his name as one of the best this season. Let me know what you guys think about Caris, the Brooklyn Nets, and Kyrie in the comment section below. I'm gone. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link be in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that likes the videos. Thanks for everybody that comments. I like the activity that you guys have shown. I answer comments that make sense, if that makes sense. And also, at the end of the day, if you like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. I'm gone.